Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jess. Today I thought we would do a fun pick a card reading on what do they say about you behind your back. No, I'm just kidding. Just what do they say about you? It could be a good thing. So I do have 3 piles set out here, and I've already pre-pulled the cards. I have not seen the cards yet. So we're going to do pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. If you need a moment to pick your pile, go ahead and pause the video here. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. What am I going to do with these? Does that look dumb? Okay, sure. So, pile 1. Let's see what they're saying about you and who they're saying it's so. Aww. No, I'm just kidding. Messing with you. That's going there. Okay, interesting. Oh, interesting. Okay, because, okay, so this is like the overall tone of what they're kind of conveying to whoever that is that they're talking about. This is who they are talking about you with. And I'm actually going to pull a clarifier for that. Okay, yeah. Because down here, and this is, you know, what they're saying about you. So this could be like a parent, somebody who's worried about you, because the overall tone of what they're saying is worry, right? That they've been up all night. Maybe they're worried. Maybe they sense that you're worried. But I kind of get this sense that this is like someone who's very nurturing towards you, like a parent, a really close friend, a partner, child. You know, somebody who has very close ties with you, that is conveying a sense of worry. And I do feel like they're talking to a professional. The King of Swords is often a professional. And then with the Nine of Wands here, you know, this is, the Nine of Wands is the battle-weary spiritual warrior. This, the bandage around his head is indicative of a psychic wound. So this is somebody who helps them sort out their past hurts, their you know, helps them kind of find their way. This is a person who helps keep them strong, who is helping them with their mental health. And the King of Swords is often very highly educated, very just. So I do think this could be a therapist or a doctor, or, you know, somebody, a professional person who's got a straightforward kind of perspective on what it is that they're going through. And what it is that they're saying about you is the Page of Wands. I mean, the Page of Wands is a student. They could be this is somebody who's following their passion, following their ambition, and this could be what's worrying them is, are you being practical enough? You might actually be hearing this from this person. This might not be, you know, something that's so secretive from you. They wonder if you're being led astray by your passions, if you're too small for this world. I never liked that from my parents. Because I always felt, you know, very confident. And the Page of Wands is someone who's confident in what direction they're going because they felt that spark towards something. And so I don't know if you're going off to college and, you know, you have a field of study. If you're going on some sort of adventure, like backpacking across Europe, something that you've always wanted to do. If you have a field of study or, you know, some kind of, your passion is calling you and you're following it. You're picking up. You're not taking much with you. Maybe they're worried if you're eating enough, you know, if you've got enough clothes on your back. You know, this person, because this is the 10 of Pentacles here, right? Like, you know, it's like, well, this person's part of my family. They have everything that they need here, you know. Is this going to lead to the 10 of Pentacles? Is this something that they can build upon that's going to make sure that they're provided for the long term, you know? And it's like they want you to be happy with the 10 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. They want you to find a good balance between something that's practical and basically is like going to pay your bills and keep you happy in that way, because I do feel like this person wonders if you're taking that into consideration, you know, that actually life gets hard when you can't have the heat on, you know, things like that. And I'm not trying to be patronizing to you because people are plenty patronizing to me. I'm just trying to read what I see in the cards here. But the 9 of Cups is like, they also want you to have a sense of peace and a sense of creativity and artistic expression in whatever it is that you're choosing. Something that basically brings you happiness, and they want you to labor with love, especially I'm seeing that in the grapes here too. They really do want what's best for you, this person, I think. But sometimes people, when they can want what's best for us, but they're not listening to the same calling that you are. You have to walk your own path, right? And I think that person understands that, this person. And I do think that, whoever they're talking to is helping them see this very objectively, that each one of us as people, we have to follow our own inner guidance system. And we have to make our own mistakes. We have to get our own victories. And that's kind of what gives life this spice and this meaning, right? Because, again, you see with the Ace of Swords here and with the King of Swords being the person that they're talking to, I think they're trying to be objective about it. And they're seeking out resources to help them be objective. I do think that if they have a spiritual practice, or if they journal, if they pray, if they meditate, whatever that is, I do think that they're trying to look to higher guidance, and they're trying to kind of sort through all of the thoughts, all of the gossip. Like if there's other people involved, like if this is a family situation and, it's like, this is your mom, and they're hearing things from, your grandma and your dad, and everybody's got their own opinion on it, and you even too. Like they're trying to really wade through all of that and get practical about their role and about your role, and allowing you, I think, to have this time in your life, because I'm getting the sense that you're not like 65 and you've never been out on your own, like and you've done this several times and this has become a pattern. I'm getting the sense of you're at a transition period of your life where this kind of an energy, this Page of Wands energy, is appropriate and necessary. And this person kind of sees that, but it doesn't change the fact that they worry about you, because, life can be hard. And I think this person knows that, and they really do want what's best for you. They don't want anything to hurt you. And this is actually a really sweet reading. And with the Eight of Wands, they're saying, well, things have changed. This person maybe is no longer a child, or this child is being called into adulthood. And I know that things have changed, and that I feel, I think they're really trying to get to the bottom of owning their own part in it. I know I feel, stirred up. They could be saying that they sense that in you, that maybe you're confused and that you are trying to find your own way in this world, and that you might be a little bit jumbled, and you might not know quite yet like how to move forward and balance these two parts of yourself, where you got to manage the practical stuff with the heart stuff, and get really clear on what that path actually looks like, what forms you need to fill out, how much tuition you need to pay, what flight you need to book, all of that. They could just be telling people that you are in the midst of kind of figuring out what your path is in life, with the Page of Wands here especially. So that was honestly really sweet, you guys. Thank you for watching. If that resonated, please do let me know in the comments, even if it didn't. And like and subscribe. I can totally relate to that. And I don't really like it when people don't let me follow my inner guidance. So if you felt that at all, just know that I was right there with you feeling that. So, okay, thank you, pile one. Okay, pile number two. Let's see what they're saying about you and who they're saying it to. Last time, because I'm putting down the thoughts first, and then it threw me for a loop, like who they were talking to and all of that. So, oh, interesting. I'm going to go ahead and take this in reverse. I usually don't take reversals, but I'm just going to leave that there. So the overall tone of what this person is talking about is basically a loss of connection, a loss of connectedness, a loss of friendship maybe. Somehow, I think they feel like you cut them out of your life, but I think they feel that they felt like you guys were birds of a feather, basically, that you're soul family, that everything was going really, really good, and that you maybe for some reason cut them out. Because the first card we have here about what they're actually saying is the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is someone who's been through a lot, but who she doesn't hesitate to cut people off. She's very practical. She tries to look at things from a clear perspective. And she can make head over heart decisions. And in the original Rider-Waite, she's, cut that red string, which is, cut toxic ties that have been keeping her down. So I do think that they're seeing you in this energy. I think they're saying you cut off a good thing. And you don't have to agree. And I'm not saying that I agree. I'm just reading, what I'm seeing in the cards here. But especially with the Four of Wands, and the Six of Cups, and, with the Three of Cups in reverse here, they're saying that you guys had a real connection and that they didn't share your opinion. They could be saying this, in not such diplomatic terms, by the way. You're very diplomatic, I'm seeing. But that you cut off something that was valuable, basically. That you threw out the baby with the bathwater, basically. That you had a really strong, very warm, loving community. I'm getting that this could be a community that's talking about you. Like more than one person. That maybe, sorry if you can hear my cat drinking. But like more than one person who is a part of the same kind of social group that you're in. That you felt maybe at one time, and they definitely felt like you guys were soul family, and that there was peace between you, and an understanding, a commonality. And with the Death card here, I just wanted to make sure my camera is still recording. Then, we have the Death card followed by the Strength card. So we've got, first of all, these are both major arcana cards. So they're definitely saying that this relationship has transformed in one way or another. And the way that things were before, which I'm getting was the Three of Cups, like in the upright. It's no longer that way before. There's not this sense of lighthearted, celebratory energy between you. You drew some kind of a line. And it's interesting to me that this cord isn't completely cut in the Death card. So it's like, maybe they feel like they're on thin ice with you and that you could do this at any given moment, despite the fact that you guys have this soul bond with you. And I'm not saying one way or another because that you shouldn't be doing this or that you should, because I think readers overstep when they say things like that, because a lot of times people who are toxic and who do need to be cut out of your life, they use like certain their position in your life, whether that's a mother or father, whether that's your romantic partner, they can kind of lean on that, especially when they're talking to other people as to why they deserve to be in your life, but really they're not treating you very nice behind the scenes. And I'm not seeing that here, that's 100% what happened. I'm not really seeing one way or the other, but I'm seeing that they think you had a logical system. You didn't just pull this out of thin air, because the Queen of Swords, she has receipts, okay? And she's got her own sense of logic. She's got a sense of mores. Like, she weighed her decision. This is a well-thought decision and a precise cut. And same thing with the Death card, and this is major arcana. And death is highly, at least in my mind, death and justice really go hand in hand. Because death comes for us all. Death doesn't pick sides, doesn't play favorites, doesn't, it's not weighed down by like a human sense of fairness. Death is going to come for us all. So in that way, it's very just. It's very reliable in a sense. There's where this might be some gossip energy, like this, you made a judgment call. This almost says judgment to me with the Queen of Swords and Death here. And they're also saying that you're standing in your power. They're seeing you kind of in a different light. You are asserting yourself here. Maybe you didn't before. Maybe that's why this was nonsense to begin with, because you played small and you played your part, and maybe you veiled yourself with all these robes here and you just couldn't do it anymore. Maybe you were trying to go along to get along in the past, and really it just meant the dampening of your spirit, and you had enough, and so you cut it off. And so maybe in that respect, like it really was, like it felt really good, but you knew that you were happy and you weren't satisfied, and that it was kind of keeping you held back in a certain sense. Maybe there are warm feelings here, but it was just too small and too restrictive. And so now, like, you had to cut it off in order to stand in your power, and hold this. And I feel like, in a way, like you're holding a storm back. So maybe they feel like really cut off. I feel like they do feel cut off from you. Like they can't even plead their case, but they're saying like, well, they're going to have to deal with it eventually, something of that sort of a nature, they're going to have to deal with that sort of eventually. They can't hold it back forever. I mean, you very well could. You're showing up very strong here. You're stepping into your own power. You're showing up as an individual, where before you were showing up as part of a group. And everybody's got the same hairstyle and the same dress on and the same cup. And then all of it's white, by the way. And white, I mean, just, think of a white canvas. You can throw anything onto it, right? And there could be people, and I'm not, I know that there's entire spiritual groups that wear white, and there's a spiritual significance to white, and that's very important to people's traditions, right? And white is kind of more divine masculine type of energy, like the energy of the sun, the energy of justice and truth and, purity, all of that. And so some people are cloaking that in one way to distinguish themselves. I'm seeing, and maybe these are like leaders. I don't know. I'm kind of going intuitively here. But then Badao, this is like, I mean, all the black hair and the witchy hat. And, this is divine feminine energy. You're stepping into your high priestess. I'm seeing high priestess here with her. You're stepping into your spiritual high priestess, don't come for me kind of an attitude. And these people see that. They could feel slighted a little bit by it. At the very least, cut off from you. And who are they saying this to? The Page of Wands. So I'm getting like students, maybe. I don't know if you separated from some kind of group where like there's like leaders and students. Pages are students and messengers. People who are learning. So if this is some kind of a group, this is like newer people to the group. Or children of some kind. Like if you're younger than this person. But this is like, I feel like this is the energy of gossip with the Page of Wands here, honestly, because it's like, I don't feel like whoever this is, or if this group, like they're just kind of saying it to each other. I'm just getting like gossip, chitter chatter, because it's not like they're talking to like anyone with, I don't know, like significance. It's like they share something in common and they're keeping it lit. And I'm thinking of the metaphor with where the preacher goes to the man's house who hasn't been attending service, and he pulls the coal out of the fire, and the coal goes, it burns out like without the heat of the other coals. So I'm saying like the Page of Wands, it's like one of the coals in the fire, So like these coals are talking to each other, and they're reaffirming that group identity, by talking about you, the black sheep that left the group, in a sense. So, I guess I don't hope that resonated, because that doesn't sound fun to go through. But if it does resonate, please do let me know. If it doesn't resonate, let me know. Please do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. Thank you for watching group number 2. Okay. Group number 3, let's see what's going on. What are they saying about you, and who are they saying it to? Wow. I said this with pile number 1, this looks so good so far, and then I flipped over the overall tone and it threw me for a complete loop. Just like this one. I'm kidding. Okay, so note to self, go the other way next time. Okay, so up here I've got the overall energy and who they're saying it to. And then down here's what they're saying to you. So I do feel like the overall energy with the Moon card here is being unclear. They don't really have their pulse on it, and I'm just getting anguish, and the Justice card in reverse is what I just pulled. So this person, it's like pulling up a lot of pain for this person, I do think. A lot of just deep, maybe like childhood wounds, and it's almost like they're saying it's not fair. What happened it's not fair. Huh. So I'm gonna leave that there for a minute. And who they're saying this to is the Devil. So, I mean, the Devil represents contracts. So this could be like a business partner, someone that they have a literal contract with. This could be a marriage partner. Somebody that they're very entrenched with. And I'm just gonna pull another card. Chariot. I'm getting heavy business partner here. This could be like a work husband or a work wife, as Made for Love likes to call them. Somebody that they could honestly have a lot of sway over the direction that this person takes in their life. It could be a parent. I feel like you'll know who this person is, because this person has a lot of sway over this person's mind. and like what direction they take. Okay? So I feel like you're going to know who this person is because it's a very strong energy, almost controlling energy. Maybe father with the devil here, because the devil is ruled by Capricorn. Capricorn is Saturn. Saturn is the father, almost like a Chronos type energy. And then the Chariot is, I always think legacy with because of the two households here. So this could be heavy parent energy almost. Kind of controlling. Someone who's kind of controlling over this person's life. Could even be a strict teacher of some kind with the devil. Someone who raised this person. I don't know. I feel like you're going to know. So what they're saying about you is so interesting because it's almost like they're jealous. It's almost like they feel like it should have been them. Like they see you doing really well. They see that you took a leap of faith. You're happy. You're free. You've almost broken free. Maybe you've broken free of whatever this is. Is this your sibling? Or something. I feel like there's some sense of freedom here where you embarked out on your own. You're taking your own vision, your own advice, right? With the Temperance card, you're very balanced. It's like you do the good things, but you also do the fun things too. You're not being weighed down by some like moral system with the Justice card. Oh, that might be it. You're not like being weighed down by the sense of justice. Like maybe this person thought that they hooked you in some way, and that there's some kind of external reason why you should be tied down and not free. I don't know if this just like from my personal life experience, I was in a not so great relationship, and that person would say things like, it would say reasons why I should feel bound, and it would surprise this person whenever I would not accept that as a reason to harm myself, or to keep myself in a toxic situation. So I do see that you freed yourself and you're healing. You're doing what needs to be done for you. You're listening to your inner guidance. You're listening to the universe. You're growing. Love liberates is what I'm hearing from Maya Angelou. And also Made for Love, because I love her. I wish she was my mother. But I just love her tone. She's always saying love liberates. And so you're following your love. And that is your justice. I do feel like they're saying that you have your own sense of justice now. And they might not fully understand it. Because I think this person is externally focused. Maybe they're listening heavily to other people or to another person in particular for their justice. But because that person isn't a person all their own and they might have manipulative tendencies, but they're looking out for their own good. They're almost manipulating this other person. I don't know why I keep saying that because it's the overall tone. But because the overall tone is that they're confused and in kind of a way that's causing them pain and anguish. And they can't quite figure out why you're doing what you're doing. But they see that you're happy and free, And there's, with the Temperance card and the Justice card and the King of Swords here, there's also an element of healing. You could be going to some kind of a professional doctor, professional therapist for some kind of healing. They could be pointing out a different way of viewing justice for yourself. Right? Like a therapist could be helping you look at a situation from a different sort of an angle to where you can see whatever abuse or toxic situation you were in, how it wasn't actually justice. If you actually, if you flip it on its head and you look at it this way, you can see that it's not justice for you to continue to hurt. It's not justice for the people, in your life to want you to hurt. Where's the justice in that? So they see this. Yeah, and with the Six of Swords here, you left a troubling situation and you took what was important and you went on for better days. You're willing to look at your stuff. Because the moon is a big thing here. So you're maybe digging up childhood wounds. You're starting to look at your deepest fears. You're starting to really do a lot of healing. You could be using a different religion or spiritual system for healing. You could be working a program, like a 12-step program that you have not tried before in the past in order to break. And you know what? They could be talking to your abuser. if this is some kind of an abusive situation, they could actually be talking to your abuser about you and about this new healing and this newfound freedom that you have. Ooh. Pile 3. Congratulations. I know it's not easy. If this is resonating with you, this is not an easy move. But you have a heck of an amount of inner strength and inner resources. You were always going to get away. And because there's something different. This person's like, they didn't see that in you before. This person's changed, is what they're saying. And I didn't see it coming. I thought that we all bought into this system together, right? Because abusive families, abusive situations, they share an ethos. In order for you to be abused, somebody's got to get you to believe their narrative. And I think you maybe you did for a while, you played at it and you got out, is what I'm seeing. So pile number 3, let me know if that resonated in the comments. Please do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day, and I will see you in my next reading. Bye.